So, many of you may remember that I used to have an MK kit car. Started life as a Z-Tech engined MK Indy RR back in 2012. And I had that car for about 10 years. And in that time, unfortunately, I lost a good friend, Dev, and ended up building the car as a little bit of a tribute to him. Kind of kept me sane over 18 months after his death. Stripped his bike down and put it in the car. The MK became the Devastator, named aptly after Dev. And from then on, enjoyed it over years and years. A couple of road drives here and there, but really it was sprints and track days, and it was just lovely. But unfortunately, about 3 years ago, I had no choice but to sell it. Something I said I would never, ever do, given the history of the car and how much I adored it and how much it meant to me. I really do look at that car and I saw it as something that really helped me through quite a horrible time. It was just so amazing hearing his engine. Every time I started it, it just fucking meant something. So it was a hard thing to do and a hard thing to swallow. But luckily, somehow, 3 years later, I just bought it back. I actually can't believe it's here. It's just awesome. I just put so much effort into this bloody thing that to see it here, stripped it apart a little bit, Nord locked all the bits that kind of tend to rattle loose in the past and just go over it, nut and bolt check everything, and it's come up all right again. So the kind of baseline figures: 465 kilograms, 185 horsepower, 13,000 RPM rev limit, and an AB performance built engine. I love these, absolute beauties. Compomotive CXR wheels, they're the ones. Probably noticed everything's spherical bearings, push rods. Yeah, big old intake. I remember nervously cutting that out, along with cutting that gouge out for the upper fuel rail. A little windscreen's gone on now as well. Hopefully that'll do something. Put the original seats back in as well. I'd like to get a little tonneau cover for that section. Still to put these on. Little carbon arch guards. There you go. World's smallest steering wheel. Little shifter. Sequential, obviously, because the bike engine uses a sequential gearbox. And there you go. The original clocks. So, a little story behind this as well. So that exhaust there, that belonged to a friend, Ron. And it was on his motorbike. He got a GSXR and I went with him to collect it. And that was in a display case. And I needed him to have it. So he bought it. And then a week later, he dropped his bike and it was knackered, but it was knackered all underneath. It's all dented, scratched and absolutely nailed. For those of you can see. I can't believe it's back in the garage. I can't believe it. I cannot wait to get out in this thing.
Oh, you're kidding?
No.
I was videoing that as well.
So here we go. Got a big fuel tank. I say big, pretty little. And a little low pressure pump out of the tank goes into a swirl pot. That swirl pot's always full. And then it's CBR original fuel pump in the bottom of that. So it's got no fuel gauge. So when you're going to run out of fuel, basically, you hear that run dry. So you know that has got like what, a litre capacity maybe? So when that starts ticking, you know you've got a litre before you run out of fuel. So again, it's running a Quafe LSD, and I did have a 3.9 in it for quite a while. It was quite spicy with the 3.9, too spicy maybe, but I went to a 3.3 and it's just killed it. So I do have a 3.6 to put in it. One of the last engines Andy Bates actually rebuilt before he retired, which means a lot. That Andy Bates was a lovely bloke, lovely bloke. So the engine, you basically take the airbox and flip it and literally just cut out a section, and instead of the engine would normally face to the front of the bike, it now faces that way. So you basically have a fiberglass snorkel direct from there. Billet sump, quite low, too low. I'd like to get that really, with a guard to protect it. Inbuilt, your inboard suspension. And then you blank off the water pump and run a bigger electric pump. Everything is so rudimental. Then instead of it driving a sprocket, you have a sprocket adapter to a normal prop. So it runs a Woolwich racing ECU, which is very cost effective, and they now do race tools which can have pit limiter and flat shift. But the nice thing about the CBR engine is the Wabaki clutch, the slipper clutch. So that throttle matches for you on your down changes. It takes a little bit of getting used to, because at first you don't trust it and people kind of think what the hell's going on, but as soon as you give it all of your faith, it's just awesome. Because the braking zones, especially with these Avons, I've run Formula Renault kind of Michelin slicks in the past, and the braking zones are that short, and with the cogs that close together, you've got to drop 3 cogs in the space of half a second, so it's good that you can just bang 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 and then release the clutch. So I've already spent quite a lot of hours getting it how it is now, just in time for spring. Really, the plans, quite simply enjoy it. I wanted to own it again. I just wanted it in the garage so badly, but now if I can enjoy it on summer road drives and a few Altons in the summer, it's a summer car, no doubt about that. Yeah, and a few sprints, that'll do me. I've got no mad plans for it. You know, I mean, Magnificent Sevens one day would be fantastic, but just to own this car again is enough. It's more than enough. It means so much to me, and I can't tell you what it feels like to have this back. It's big. It's big. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you at a track day soon.
It goes back.
It is, mate. Can you remember how old you were last time you saw it?
No, I actually can't.
It was a long time ago. A long time ago. Maybe 3 years ago? So how old were you been then?
I would have been 5.
Yeah. Do you have a sit in it?
Yeah.